Hiya. I thought because the sound wasn't working for that I'd try and sort of incorporate it. I don't know. You probably thought, goodness, thankfully they've got the technical issues sorted out. But no, it was me. Hi, welcome back to Crafters TV. My name is Rebecca Redican. You can call me Becky though. And we have got our marvellous masterclass on today. Now you will have noticed that we didn't have the music along with that little intro. We're having a couple of technical difficulties, but I'm sure that you won't even notice because we are cram-packed full of so many treats for you today, including bargain hunters, keep your ears open. I've got a penny sale on. Oh yeah, if you head on to our website, you will be able to see that you can buy an item and get another for a penny. And it's kind of like mix and match. You will be able to see that from our homepage. Head on over there to find out more. Also, in America today, it is scrapbooking day. And because of that, later on, for all of you in America, we have got a little bit of an extra special treat of a show that you can tune into. If you do want to have a little nosy at that and you're in America, have a little look online and shop ahead. You'll be able to see some like orange stickers. As long as you pick plenty of those that you fancy, you'll be able to check those ones out. I'll tell you more about that later on though. We have, of course, got inspiration too from the lady that is looking beautiful in blue. It is our fabulous Debbie Fisher. What have you got for us, Debbie?
Hello. Yeah, we've got scrapbooks, which is amazing. National Scrapbooking Day. We've sort of mixed it up a bit though. We've got organisers on the show. We've got scrapbooks. We've got our memory mini books. We've also got those beautiful storybook dies with the drawers, because obviously they can be used in any type of scrapping your photos, which is amazing. I love these ones especially because the spine on these is what you create, and then you get the page edges to create the actual books themselves. So just flicking through here, you can see pages on this. I think this was one of our Fiona's before she left, as it's got lots of pictures of Fiona in. But I love this. This is the whole, for me, the whole genre of getting those photos together, making memories, having keepsakes for everybody, and just adding those touch of whatever you want to put into them. The choice is yours on there, and I absolutely love that we can give you these dies that create those beautiful books. Now that was the 10-inch one. This is the 8-inch one. Being able to create all your different pages, putting your tabs on there, lots of different ways. And one more I'll show of that one, because these really does indicate all the different designs that you get with those tab pages, and they don't all have to be identical. You can see each one is offering us a different edge on those, and then you just put all your own memories, your own dies, use your papers that you've got in your stash or ones that we've got on the show today. But then we've got also these, which I just adore. Now you see me make a tower in the last one, and add in one drawer to it, but with those, once you've got those templates, you can add 2 drawers. You can have a tower of drawers if you want to. You can have these, which are absolutely beautiful, which pull out, so you've got your little file boxes. And this is what we're going to, well, we're not making this one, but we're making a little memory book today with some photos that I've grabbed from all my crafty friends, and being able to create those. So the choice is absolutely yours. It is a bit of a masterclass, so we're just going to be running through all different things that we can do today with our scrapbooking. And what I love about everything that we've got on the show today, it really shows the versatility of scrapbooking. It's not just about having a book with a page in it. It's about creating huge memories in a box file, in a book, in a wallet, all those different elements that you can do to make your photos come to life and to keep that memory going for years and years to come.
It is going to be fun-filled, and don't forget, if you have got any questions for Debbie about craft-related elements, or you just want to be nosy, then do feel free to message us in, because if you're watching in the UK and it is approximately 2:06 and 18 seconds, then we are live, so you can get in touch with us. And do not forget our socials at the bottom of the screen, but I do need you to add one to that. Whoop-pow! Today it is Georgina's final day. Yep, her final day, as she is going off on her travels. If you want to essentially live vicariously through her with all of her wonderful backpacking adventures, take a picture of the screen right now or just get on Instagram. There you go, there it is, Georgina's backpacks. And your first post is going to be on the 15th of this month, isn't it? So not this Sunday, the Sunday after. So get liking on that because we can follow all of her adventures, we can have a look at all of the food, and related to that actually, if you have got any travel tips that might be useful for Georgina. Maybe, for example, you went on holiday once and didn't understand what something on the menu was and you ended up getting, I don't know, fried bogies. Why would that be a thing? I don't know, it's the first thing that came to mind. But yes, maybe you want to give that as a tip. Don't order the fried bogies, for example. Then do message us in. We have got so many treats on the show. Do you fancy a little nose at some of them? Yeah, go on then, let's have a little nosy. So today, coming up for you, we have oodles and oodles of lots of different treats. Of course, just to let you know, we've got so many goodies on our website to go and enjoy, including the Gilding Flakes, but we have also got our albums. So the album that we're talking about first off is our 10-inch album spine and edge collection. So this is a really, really big die. You're going to need your Pro for this one, just to let you know, that can create your beautiful memory books or scrapbooks, 10 inches in total. Again, great saving on that, as you can see, massive discount. We've also got the smaller one, so this will go through your original Gemini. This is an 8-inch album and spine. And again, if you are new and you're looking at that going, well, I have no idea what those are, don't worry, we'll be showing you throughout the show little bits and bobs to keep you inspired. Again, big discount on this. You are saving nearly £23 or nearly $27. I've also got for you the Enchanted Storybook. Now this is popular. Reason 1, it's stunning. Reason 2, it's incredibly versatile. Reason 3, it's the best ever deal today. So if you've been thinking, oh, I do fancy it, but I'm saving me pennies, today is the day to splurge. Go on, treat yourself, it's a Saturday. As well as that, we have got on the show for you today the original, sort of the storybook die elements, if you will. So there's loads of different bits and bobs, like the sort of key-shaped die that you can get with this too. And then what you can do is you can put that onto the stand so that you can create the kind of book detail. So that is everything you can get your hands on. We've got loads of people in. Hello to Laurie from Wisconsin. Ooh, I don't know much about Wisconsin, but for some reason it always makes me hungry, just the word. Anyone else get that? Might just be me. Okay, I'm moving on. Sarah's in. Oh, Sarah Brown, she lives in her sofa, in the couch. She's saying, hi, I'm back for more fun with Debbie and Becky and the whole gang behind the scenes. I'm a very happy girl. Thanks for picking me as a winner in Play Your Crafts Right. OMG, I can't believe it. I let out a little squeal. Oh, congratulations. Oh, well done, Sarah Brown. Yeah, Play Your Crafts Right earlier on was comic book themed. If you're into that, do watch it back later. There's absolutely loads of you in, and I will say hello to you all as we go along. For now, though, let me talk to you about the mini memories. The mini memories we have got for you today, a jam-packed full way of creating wonderful memory books, where whether it's you want to store memories for photographs, or whether it's nice things and quotes that you've seen, maybe it's an inspirational book, for example, you can absolutely do it with these. And there's lots of different forms and ways in which you can use them. I'll just show you exactly what you're getting into it so that we can continue to have a little look at what we're going to be making on show today. So I've got your index pages, which you can see you can make kind of whatever level you want because they haven't got a base cutting. You have also got the actual accessories, lots of different details on here, including the likes of these elements, which actually when you put them on your piece, it can look like almost a mechanism, which means when you pair it with, for example, the gilding flakes that I've got coming up for you a bit, you could actually make it look like metal. So that could be kind of a cool one to bear in mind. I've then got the templates themselves that are really cool, because if you don't want to die cut, or maybe you're trying to be quiet because the baby's asleep and you want to craft, then you can still craft, but you don't have to have the your die cutting machine making noise. So these you just pop onto your paper, draw around them, cut them out, score them, job's a good one. All of these different ones create different elements, which, as you see in a little bit, they will, you can use them in kind of whatever formation you wish to have. So those are all of the templates. Remember, you're also getting your dies, and today for you, we're looking at a 20% discount. So it's just £32.76 or $39.84. If you're platinum though, it's only 26 quid. Oh yeah. Quid, by the way, is quid a word in America? Quid. Quid means pound. Yeah, I don't know why it would be. Where does quid come from? It doesn't even sound like pound. Quid. That's just reminded me of Dr. Squid from earlier on. Anyway, we have got loads and loads of treats. If you do know where the word quid came from, message him. For that though, shall we go on over to Debbie and have a little nose? What's going on over there, Debbie?
Right, yes, so let's start off creating one of these books. So the first thing that we've got here is our page spine, and I was getting myself confused because in my demo I've used all my edges. So if I bring the book in, I've used all the little edges, but I've realised that they're not in stock anymore. So I'm actually going to be bringing in, and it just shows the versatility of them, I'm going to be bringing in the edges that go with the 8-inch album, because you've got all these edges. Now, even though they're longer, doesn't mean you can't then use them into your small pieces of card. So it's good to show that versatility across. So just in case you're wondering where I got these the edges from, I'm going to use those ones that are in there. Now, what you'll notice, the first thing you see is on your page spine, you're actually getting the die that creates your pages. So you cut out your pages. So I'm going to bring in just my pages here. So I've already cut these out, die cut some of my pages out. So they're the pages for your book. So you've got that one. Now this one is very clever. This is a die that if you don't want to, you can either use brads in here, or you could use ribbon if you wanted to tie. And all you would do is you would then pop your die onto your side here. That will just cut out your holes. There's no outside cutting edge. It just cuts your holes into it. So I think that's a really clever die if you just want to do a bit of a brag book, but tying it with just ribbon. On the opposite side, this is your working mechanism. So this little die is going to create your tab pages. And actually, while we're here, I'm going to be bringing in, let me just grab this one and one of these, just to show you where the idea come from. So do you remember when we done these, and these are on the show as well? Mm-hmm. This is a really big die. So let's bring this one in. Oh, well, bring it both of that. Someone's put a little piece in there as well. This die is the equivalent to this, but that's just one of your tabs. So where this one offers you multiple tabs to do, this one just gives you that one. It means you're in charge then of how many you put in your book. So this is a brilliant idea. Great. So if you want the 8-inch and you want to do this, you can do it. You could trim them off and then cut it again and add multiples. But I love the idea of the mini books where you can just do one, which is absolutely fabulous. That's lovely. So what we're going to do first of all is with your template as well. There's a template in this collection, and it tells you it's your spine cover. And then what we're going to do is pop that onto our piece of card. So you cut the draw around it, cut it out, and then just mark through your markers for where you need your score lines to be. Okay. Before we do the score lines, though, I want to create those page edges. So I'm going to bring in, because we have them on the show, I'm going to bring in the ones that we have here. And any of these are going to look nice, because if you think about it, when you put this across, this one would create a nice curved edge. This one will create a beautiful deckled edge. You've got that choice. So I'm going to just take this one here, and we're going to cut that one through. So placing that onto our die. So just check where you want. I'm using Enchanted Dreams paper pad, and just check which way round you want your spine to be. Excuse me. And then, because we've got our score lines, I'm going to place mine down at the side here. And I'm just going to hover that over, and I'm going to just grab some low-tack tape.
If you want the album spine, it's just at the side of your screen right now. They are the 8-inch ones that you're getting your hands on, but as we're seeing here, you can use them on smaller as well.
Absolutely, and I love that you can sort of mix and match them. So let's just pop that onto there and then run that through. Now, I've got my large Gemini, but actually that will fit on my Gemini Junior plate, so that will go through no time whatsoever. And then that way we can pop that to the opposite side and cut that as well.
Very cool indeed.
Hadassah's
back in with us saying, Happy International Scrapbooking Day, crafty folks. Do let us know if you have made a scrapbook that you're particularly proud of or you've made recently. Let us know what it was about, who it was for. Hiya to Rachel in Colorado. I've got LaQuenta in with us as well. Mary Pat's in with us saying, I'm loving this already. Debbie, scrapbooking is my first love.
And it was mine. That's what got me into crafting. I actually started scrapbooking when before my youngest daughter was born, and I loved it. And I used to go. They used to do Ali Pali. They used to do the big scrapbooking show, which oh my God, I absolutely loved it. Used to go with my mum, so we both used to do scrapbooking. And then obviously baby come along, and I scrapbooked all the photos, and loved it. And then and I have told this story before, but then my mum and dad renewed their wedding vows, and my sister-in-law made them a wedding card because she couldn't find one for a renewal of vows at the time.
Right, yeah.
And it was beautiful, and I remember thinking, I could do that because I've got all this paper crafting stuff and cardstock, and I started card making, and it just went from there. I loved it so much. In fact, probably more than my scrapbooking.
That's really
and then
cool.
I sort of stopped scrapbooking, which is such a shame. But at the same time, it got me my career, which is nice.
Yeah.
But I do miss it. I loved scrapbooking. I think it's something. It's really mindful. It's lovely to refresh yourself on the memories that you make, which is really lovely.
Yeah.
I'm going to fold this the other way. I'll do this on the other side as well, because I noticed that just a little bit of cracking on my card there. So I am using more of a sort of paper on here, but it's only because I wanted it to be quite flexible.
I see, yeah. Yeah.
And the actual structure of it comes from the actual card that you put inside it. This is just like your cover, if you like. Now we're going to move on to our little pieces. So that's this die here, and cut some of these out. And this is really, really quick. So nice and easy. Just grab some cardstock. Did have some at hand. Let's trim that piece off. And then just pop one of these through. And then just cut these. So you can cut as many of these as you want to. If you want to make them bigger, because even though we say, because they are mini memories, if you want to add more of them into it, the same thing with these, cut 2 of these ones, your templates out, and just put them together. And the more you put together, and then leave the last 2 with the flaps on each side. And then that way, in this centre part, when you come to do these dies, you can put as many as you want in. Now, these are super easy. Yeah, I think we can pick that up on there. It's actually got crosses in here. I'm going to mark them so you can see more clearly. So you've got crosses there and crosses just there. They're actually indented into your card, and you can see those lines as well. The 2 crosses are going to meet, so that's how you know how to do them. So fold it in half. And that way you know that those 2 are going to be stuck together, and then you fold out. So it's just about mountain and valley folding. And then on the other side, your score lines are already there, so that does it all for you. Full instructions are in the pack. And then all you need to do then, now I like to use a red liner tape for this because I think it's the strongest that you can put on there to keep it together. And also these are the parts that are going to hold your pages together. So you want this to be quite tough. So I'm just going to pop that one. Now the 12mm, the red liner tape, I'm not sure if we've got it on the show, but it is the strongest, it's the biggest that we do, and it fits absolutely perfect. That's like a 12mm gap.
Yes.
And fits absolutely perfect between those two.
We have got a 3-pack on the web of the red liner tape that is currently 10% off, so well worth it. And Enchanted Crafters message saying, I always love memory book demos and watching for pointers, especially the adhesive used. So as you can see here at Enchanted Crafts, this is the good one for this section, isn't it?
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. Now that is really strong now, because not only have we doubled up, I'm using our multi-purpose cardstock, so that's 600 GSM, so that makes that really strong. Then when we come to sticking these in, these go directly into this piece here. So I've got some others, I had some others, what have I done? There they are. And all I've done is I've already made them, so you can see exactly the same, but I put my red liner tape on the ends there, and then we can start sticking them into place. Now what I like to do is to come over one, so we'd put that where this centre part is, the centre part on that join.
Yeah.
And I feel like that gives you the right amount going across. So we're just going to take our tape away and start popping those into place. Have we asked for anyone to send in their scrapbooks, any pages that they've done?
Absolutely.
It'd be so
do
nice
that.
to see what sort of things you like to do on your
please.
scrapbooking.
Heads up though, we have still got some technical issues. Technical? I don't know why I said it like that. Technical issues. But if you do want to send in pictures, and we can show them, you want to bet your bottom dollar or quid that we will. Actually, speaking of quid, apparently they don't have quid in America, but they do have a book, which is a nickname for $1.
A book?
Yeah.
A buck?
Like a buck, yeah,
Buck.
B-U-C-K, buck.
Yeah, I've heard of buck, yeah. It's funny, isn't it, how things have nicknames.
Yeah, and apparently quid, which is, if you have just tuned in, a term for a pound, a quid comes from the term quid pro quo, meaning, so from the late 1600s.
Not free, is it?
Meaning, you know, giving something to receive something. Which makes sense, because you give £1 to someone, you expect something back, don't you? Give them a quid.
Yeah,
quid pro
very
quo.
true. Very true.
Oh, I love a bit of language.
There we go. So just pop in that one. So yeah, so my recommendation for your mini memory would be your 4 tabs. So we're just lining these up onto each one.
Oh, hello to you, Marcel, who is saying, how fun, Georgina going off travelling. I know. It is her final day today. And if you do like to be kept up with travels of, well, you're going everywhere really, aren't you, Georgina? Central and South America, Georgina's going to be hitting up. And before you ask, you know, how long are you going for? Is it a week? Is it a month? It's indefinitely. So go and give her a follow. It's at Georgina, Georgina Backpacks, as in going backpacking. And go and have a little nosy, because she's going to get a first post up, not this Sunday, the Sunday after. And it's going to be you at the airport, isn't it? Pretty much, her at the airport starting her adventures. So if you go and give it a like now, because let's face it, you're not going to remember next Sunday, are you? It's ages away. So go and give that page a like now, and yeah, stay tuned.
I've just realised I could do another one on this, I think, or is that on the... Just trying to think how many. No, I think that's fine. We don't need any more than that. But I do think that would... Oh, no, it is right. We've done the right one. I was thinking I had room for another, but it's right on the line.
Perfect.
So I'm just making sure that I really burnish these down, because this now, I mean, that's a really strong spine that you've got there. So popping them together like so. And then you've got room then to do all your pages. So just before we end this part of the demo, I'm just going to show you with the pages as well. We're going to do exactly the same thing. So I've cut the pages out. They then fit perfectly. They're perfectly sized to go actually in your book like so.
Great.
But also it's nice then because we can start to use these additional borders. Nearly went out of my head. And now you can either do them the same or you can do them differently. So I've done a few here with our other borders, but what I've also done is I've just used one of our, this was Sharon Callis's folder. We've got it on the show tomorrow actually, so it is on the website. But this was one from her Garden Florals collection, and I've just used the actual design to create my front pieces. So we've then got a really nice looking part to our front, and then one for the back of it as well. So all we're going to do is going to stick these ones on before we then start going on to the next part of our demo. So just into there, and then I'm just going to make sure we pop that one so I've got the right amount onto each side. Yep, absolutely perfect. So again, I'm just going to use, this time we will just use our tape pen, and I'm going to go across all the way around, and I'm just making sure that where we're putting that on that inside, we put that extra piece of glue right onto there, and then turn that round, and then when we can pop that onto the other side, just making sure you've got that the right way round. And I mean right way round as in your embossed side will be at the front.
Yes, I see. Oh, Maricel has messaged in saying, I'm working on a scrapbook for my niece. It's about the couple's relationship from dating to wedding.
Oh, that's so lovely.
It was only a few months ago, so don't worry, it will fit in one book, says Maricel. Oh, love at first sight, was it? Oh, I love it. That sounds so exciting, and what a really nice gift that is.
Yeah, it's
Really
so
nice.
nice. All right, let's just bend that one in there. And there we go. So we have our, let's turn it that way because our horse is on that side. And there we go. We have our little memory book all made.
That's
so very
fab.
cute before we then start putting our pages in and decorating.
That is fab. And do you know what? Speaking of that, our ravishing Rachel, as I always call her, not to her face, that'd be awkward, but ravishing Rachel, who is on socials today, has actually messaged saying, I'm making a baby's first year mini book using the mini memories and the Violet Studios baby collection. Oh, Rachel, that's so nice. Is it going well? Are you enjoying making it? That's absolutely beautiful. Thank you very much for sending that in. Oh, well, the Mini Memories collection is popular if you do fancy grabbing it. And remember, again, you know, you've got loads and loads of different opportunities to have fun with this. It is available to you. Yeah, essentially everything that you are getting is currently at the side of your screen. So if you want all of these different templates, different dies, then you have the chance to seize the moment on them now, and do seize away, because this is a really nice one that, by the sounds of it, a lot of people have worked with. And if you have worked with it yourself, do message us in and let us know what you loved the most about it or what you've made. And if you want to send in a picture, you can. You have to go onto our internet, I was going to say. We don't own the internet. You have to go to our email, send us an email address, and I'm not going away, don't worry, I'm still here. And you can send us a picture and let us know. I was grabbing my weekend bag because we have got a fabulous new weekend mega saver pack for you. And this one is all about flowers for mum. And what we have within this is 9 different treats. Now, if you like a surprise, so you like it to be a mystery, close your eyes now. I won't say what we're getting, but close your eyes now and I will just show these to the people at home who do want to see what's in it. And I will just remind you that these are all guaranteed ones. So if you wanted to buy, say, 2 of these, then you will get, nearly missed something. This is what you will get. So you have got lots and lots of goodies in here. As I said, 9 different ones in total, and some of them pair together perfectly. We have got essentials in here. We have got some consumables in here. Ooh, that's worth like £25. And we have got things to create textures. We've got some very big names in here as well. And we have got lots of different elements for different crafting activities. Now, my point on this is, let's say, for example, you're like, Becky, I already own that, and that, and that, and that. So I might not bother. Let me tell you this, that actually, even if you did own all of these ones, you are still going to get this, and this, which actually would be way over double, triple the price point that's on your screen. So even if you wanted to gift the ones you've already got on or sell them, you absolutely can do. If you are somebody who was looking away from the screen because you didn't want to know what was in here, you can look back now. So yes, well done to all of you getting that, because that's an absolute bargain. You can see that saving is dramatic. So do seize the moment on that one. Lots of you messaging in, which is lovely to see. Rhonda has said, it's funny that, Becky, that I basically says that Wisconsin makes her think of cheese, of food, sorry, since since it's in the cheese state. Now, is that true? Now, I know there's different states. Well, yeah, obviously. But is it known as the cheese state? The state that it's in? Oh, apparently, the news just in, it is. It's in the cheese state.
I've heard that before, yes.
I have never, and now I insist on knowing why it's called the cheese state. Please do message in. And Rhonda, that is really odd. And actually, like, the idea of Wisconsin does make me fancy a bite on a bit of cheddar. Thank you for that information. Right, we have got so much on our show, and we're going to get a little bit more inspiration. What are we going to look at next, please, lovely Debbie?
Right, so we've got our pages, and also I'm going to be bringing in, because I love this set. So if ever there was a set to go for, this set is really good. It comes with the organisers, but it has all your calendars on here. And what I love about this, now if I'm right in thinking this you can repeat the years, and what I mean by that is you can make your own calendar. Do you know when a calendar like the first would start off on a Monday, maybe then a Tuesday, then a Wednesday?
Yeah.
You've got a calendar for each different month. So if the month you're starting on and you want to do, say, is June, and the 1st of June starts on a Saturday, you've got that stamp on there. So this is really clever. You've got then all your months here. You have only, in fact, though, got up to 2022 on there, but you could always change your 2 into a 3 at the end, or you could just write it yourself. But the actual calendars themselves are not done in a particular month, so you've got one for each individual one. You've also got your lists here, so that's a really great one. Now what I want to do is I want to create my memories with my photos. So I had a sort of look through what photos I had and when they were took, and I thought it'd be really nice to create pages. So I've created my pages, cut myself that border on the side, and then I want to just stamp one of the actual stamps here. So I sort of looked back on the date, and I'm just going to position it over. Let me just grab my rocker blocks, because we can then just oh, I'm saying that, oh, there it is, there's one.
Whilst you're grabbing that, I'm just going to answer a really quick question from
Absolutely.
Alicia, saying, I have the mini brag book collection from HSN. Is this the same? Yes, it is, just to let you know. Thank you for that messaging. If you have got any questions, send them over. Told you it was a quick one, didn't it?
It was a quick one, yeah. So just inking up that stamp. So this is another one of creating those scrapbooks, but in a completely different way. So putting the dates on them. So I'm literally just stamping from heel to toe, just stamping that set on there. So we've got our calendar on there. I mean, you could then highlight one of the dates, or you could put what it's for. I'm going to do, so I looked in mine and it was in January, the photo I'm going to use. So you then just go to your, where's my stamp that I just had there? So on here, you've got your all your January's to December's on here. You've got all your days of the week here as well. There's just so much on here. Work, I could put work on there, night out, family, birthdays, friends, lots of different ones that you can actually add onto that page. So let's, I'm going to take one of these ones and I'm going to pop. Let's do, I'm going to do work because my first one is work. So we're going to pop work on there. I mean, work doesn't always have to not be fun, does it? And then I'm going to put that January stamp as well. So let's pop that onto there. And you can just do these as quirky as you want, however you want them to come out. You don't have to, there's no rules with scrapbooking, and I think that's what I love about it, Becky. The choices that you put on there are entirely yours. So we're just going to pop that on and we're just going to roll that on heel to toe again.
Mary Pat said absolutely brilliant having the calendar stamps because they're usable for every year. Absolutely, they're just amazing. I think it's so clever that they've thought about that, doing those different dates when each day of the week starts. Totally
then I'm just going to go in and add some ink. So I've just got my Pal Fig, and we're just going to add some ink to the outside. So just a nice way of sort of framing your pictures. And even if you're doing regular sort of 12 by 12 scrapbooking pages, 8 by 8 pages, remember a lot of your cardstock is uncoated, which means you can then put inks on them. You can do your heat distressing techniques. You can sort of rip the corners of your pages. There's so much you can do with scrapbooking. So having that sort of masterclass on it, just to refresh your own ideas. You know, let us know if there's anything you've done in particular on your scrapbooking pages that has worked really well.
Definitely message us, definitely. We are talking today about it being Georgina's final show. That is today, it is here, it is now. Maricel has messaged in because she's doing Central and South America, essentially, indefinitely. Maricel has suggested, she says, I've been to Guatemala. I absolutely recommend going to Tikal, Tikal, and Antigua. Oh, those are the two that Maricel is suggesting. If you have been around those area of the woods, the world, then do message us in with your top tips. Maybe you know, were in Antigua and tried some particularly unusual, fabulous food, or you did a great activity, or must-go places. Do message us in for Georgina's final show, and don't forget to follow her on Instagram. It is Georgina Backpacks. Get that, Georgina Backpacks. So do give that a follow, don't forget.
And you have to say it like that when you're putting it down. Right, so let's just pop my cards a little bit too big for my plate, so I'm just going to pop them in. So this is the little embellishment kit that you can get. I'm just cutting out a few pieces here to run through. These are really cute little pieces. They're made to go specifically with the little mini memories, and they're just super cute. So you've got your little frame there that you can frame your photos with. You've got tabs, you've got corners. There's just so much you can do with this die collection that you've got here, and it's just incredible. I just love it. I think being able to play, creating, I mean, look at that. That's so cute, isn't it? I mean, such a cute little die that you're going to use for so many different things. Yeah. We've then got our little tag, another gorgeous one, and then I've just got this little, almost like bunting that we've got there. And I've cut out some various other pieces, and I've also just used just general stamps that I've got in my collection as well. So let's pop those to the side, and then we can start putting together our pages. So what I have got is lots of different photographs. So let's bring these in. So I have loads which I've already sort of matte and layered up. So I know my first one was with the gorgeous Ben. So we're just going to pop that on there. And you can see just adding that photo on, making that page, creating that sort of date. So we know that was work, but we just had such a good time. So I've got little things like enjoy every moment that I've just stamped out there. And that deckled edge one is beautiful. And it goes really well on top of there. They're made to sort of go together. So you can just add all these different elements in. So we're going to pop that there, and then we've got memories last a lifetime, which I am going to use on the front, but let's just stick this one into place. Now, just because you have a flat page, don't feel like you can't put these onto foam pads. You can absolutely use your foam pads to create a little bit of dimension and texture. So they're always a good one to use. Trying to find some bigger foam pads. There all seem to be little ones.
Whilst you try and find one, I'll read out a rather lovely message from Christine, who says, I was just about to say that the memory books would be good for a baby's first year. I'm thinking of doing one for my daughter, who gave birth last Tuesday to my gorgeous grandson, and I was at the birth. I'm thinking of starting from early pregnancy and then adding birth and pictures each week until he's 1. That idea is amazing. And huge congratulations to you and your family. What's your grandson called, please? And being at the birth, that is such a privilege, isn't it?
It is an absolute privilege. I was there at my granddaughter's birth.
I remember you saying.
Oh, I can't even begin to tell you how amazing it was, because it was just incredible.
Oh,
and I just loved it. I have no words to how it made me feel. The pure privilege of it, but to see a life be born.
Yeah.
I don't think, even having my own children, came nowhere near to actually watching.
Well,
a
I
life
suppose
come
when you're
into
having
it.
your own children, how do I put it? You're a bit occupied, aren't you?
Oh,
you know
absolutely.
What I mean?
You see it from you do see it from a totally different angle. Yeah, very different. So.
Oh, that's wonderful. And again, Christine, congratulations to you and your family. That's just lovely.
Oh, just want to move that across because, in fact, I think this one may be a little too big. Let's do a smaller one. Let's do it. There's one with me and Sarah here. So let's pop that one in there because it's a little bit smaller. So all it's a case of is I've already done these and added my inks, and then we're just going to pop our pictures inside. What I've also done with these is I've just given a score line down the side. Now you don't have to do that, but it means when you come to putting them in your book, it gives you that sort of bit of wiggle room. So if people are looking at this, they've got that verse. If it's a straight page, it might rip a little bit. So I quite like the idea of putting that page down there. So we've got a couple of pages here. Let's pop those in. I'm just going to do the same with this one, just adding in that score line. I'm getting myself in a mess in here, which is not like me at all.
No, don't worry.
So let's just pop in. So I've just done a 1/2 inch score line. And then all that means is it just gives you that bit of wiggle room. And I'm going to do it both ways. And this is a really good tip for when you're placing them into your bit. It just means that they're movable and you've already stretched the fibres of that card. So let's just place those in. And you can do them single-sided, you can do double-sided, you can put 2 pieces together. It's entirely up to you. Let's put that one on there. And you can see I've stamped on the back of these ones so you can apply your pictures on the front and the back. And it is a case of just going in and popping them down onto each individual one. And then we're just going to, I've got some more here. So I've got a couple. So one I've already stuck back to back. And then we can put that in, if you wanted to, on one on its own. So it will go on to the actual design. We're just going to stick here with our, I haven't stuck them together, but because I've stuck it onto this side and that side, we can put them on the same page. It just means you've got that little bit of room in between. So the choice is yours when you're popping them together.
We were talking earlier on about how scrapbooking was kind of your first love, and someone else spoke about that. Do message in what your first sort of craft love was. Mary says, my first craft love was stamping 30 plus years ago, and it still is. I do love scrapbooking too. I'm obsessed with the mini albums these days. Isn't that wonderful? That's so lovely.
Really nice, yeah.
The reason we're talking scrapbooks is because it's National Scrapbook Day in the US, and speaking of the US, my correspondent from the US, Rhonda, who gave me the Wisconsin cheese state fact, has told me that just over the border into Wisconsin is, wait for how cool this sounds, the Mars Cheese Castle.
What? I think we need a picture of that.
I know. She says it actually looks like a castle and has a mega amount of different cheese to buy. Wow. That sounds amazing. And yes, I am going to be search engineing that straight after the show. That sounds so cool.
Do you love your cheese?
Oh, I do like a bit of cheese.
I love cheese. I love it so much. Like wherever we go, we always stop. We went to, where did we go? It's gone out of Whitstable on the coast, and there's a little cheese shop there. Oh, it's just heaven.
Do you like a smelly cheese?
Yes, yeah. I do. I like quite a strong cheese. I like strong cheese.
I love a strong cheese.
Yeah.
I used to work as a restaurant manager, and we used to have an option on our cheese board that was called Stinky Bishop. And it absolutely stunk. So much so that you had to basically go around the tables if someone was about to order it and ask if they had sort of an aversion to stinky cheeses. Obviously, most people say no, but one time one person did say yes, and I thought, well, there's nothing really I can do here. But what we did then was we actually moved their table to like basically the entrance of the kitchen, which is like in the hallway, a slightly different room. So they basically got their own private dining room right next to the kitchen, which is really cool. So yeah, if anyone ever asks if you have an aversion to smelly cheeses, maybe say yes, you might get a better table.
Yeah, absolutely. I love that idea. I'll keep that one in mind, that's for sure.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, but you love a stinky cheese.
Well, that's true, yes.
Do you like a bit of blue?
No, see, that's the only one I don't like. Al does. He loves blue cheese. Yeah, see, I don't. Right, so you see me put the book. You don't need to see me decorate the whole thing, but it does show you what you can do, how you put those pages together, and what you can create. And if I just bring in my finished one, all I've done is put a little bit of ribbon in with one of the little tab cards here. So we've created just a little sort of, it's upside down, a little...
sort of pull-out tag.
A little, yeah, pull-out tag.
Yeah.
But yeah, just creating. So I've got all my memories with all the gang at work here.
That's gorgeous.
So yeah, just all sort of different little Bernie's in there. I do miss Bernie, bless her. So yeah, and then just all our crafty friends there. We've got Dawn that popped up to the studio, and Jamie there, and Sandra who does our Zangtangling.
It's just great.
Yeah, so a really nice way to be able to pop one of those little memory books together.
Oh, that is just wonderful. Thank you so much for showing us that. Eleanor has said, I've never done scrapbooking, but I would love to do it. I found a lot of pictures of myself and my brother, and I would love to make a scrapbook of us. I was also thinking of making either one of those or an album for myself and my oldest brother and sending one to him. Eleanor, that sounds such a good idea, and it is one of those that if you were to send one, say, to your brother, that is something that he will absolutely cherish forever. So I think they're gorgeous ideas. And do you know what? Maybe try your one first, give it a go, and I'm sure you'll fall in love with it, most certainly. That's wonderful. Thank you for letting us know. If you would like to make, for example, a mini memory book, have a little look at the elements that you will be getting in this collection, because it includes dies, but it also includes templates as well. There's just absolutely oodles and oodles and oodles in here. Enchanted Crafts is saying that they liked the way that you use the organiser stamp. Says it's cute to use for an organiser stamp. Background is a really good idea for it, and the calendar is small enough to show the whole month. That's a great idea. Yeah, use it as like a background texture almost. I think that's a great idea. Absolutely beautiful. Also, hello to, is it Sharon? Sharon it is. Hiya, Sharon. You're right, Sharon. Saying, I used to do scrapbooking, but we didn't take many pictures, but we don't take many pictures anymore. So I quit doing it. I will take some today at the family derby party. Now, I need to know more about this family derby party. What are you wearing? As in, like, are you getting dressed up for it? I need to know more, because that sounds amazing. And yes, do it today. Absolutely. Why not? You know, better late than never. And maybe it's kismet. Maybe, Sharon, maybe it's meant to be today. But yes, please tell me more about this party, because it sounds amazing. I'm not entirely sure what a derby party is. Is derby horse racing? I don't know. But yes, please do message. That sounds great. Derby. D-E-R. Yeah.
But
Derby.
what's that? Derby party. Well, Derby is
Derby a
horse
place?
racing, yeah.
Oh, I need to know more. I need to know more. So we have got for you, as well as that mini memories, I have got the Ultimate Organiser collection for you, which I will show you in a moment. But just before I do, because Georgina's in here doing something technical. Hi, Georgina.
Hi.
How's your final day going?
Great.
Oh,
Yeah, come on, George.
Oh, no.
Yes, Georgina, yes. I was going to wait till the end of the show, but it's like she had to just
She's
walk in.
here.
It's her final day, Georgina! What? Yeah, quite. I feel like a small Oompa-Loompa now.
Oh, no.
How excited are you about your travels?
Really excited.
Which place are you looking forward to the most?
Well, yeah, I've never asked that.
Guatemala.
Why?
I don't know, because it's got like a really beautiful lake and there's like the mountains and stuff. But yeah, I don't know what to expect. So
Colombia as well, you're thinking of, aren't you?
yes.
Is
And then
that-
I'm going to regroup and plan the rest of South America.
How exciting is that?
I'm gonna, yeah, exciting. Not nervous. Excited.
You do not sound confident in that at all.
You're putting me on the spotlight. I've never been in front of the cameras.
Have you not?
Not really. No, I'm in a safe place in there.
Do you know what? I was actually just thinking to myself then, she's like sort of lost for words a little bit. Normally, cannot shut her up. And I mean that with love.
Yeah.
Are you looking forward to meeting new people whilst you're out there?
Oh yeah. Because you know I like to talk.
Yeah, exactly. That's something. Talking and eating, right?
Talking and eating.
Can you just remind us what types of things we'll expect on this, please?
Okay, so I'm going to be a bit more interactive. I'm going to post things that I'm actually up to, what I'm looking forward to, the things that I'm eating, the things that I'm doing, the whole immersion of cultural experience. It's actually for selfish reasons. I'm just doing it so I've got my own personal album, but it's a perk that everyone who wants to follow along can. So
I love it! Go and give it a follow. Thank you, Georgina. I'll let you get back to work. Don't worry, I'll probably grab her out again later. So yeah, go and give her a follow. It's Georgina Backpacks. It's on Instagram. There's no posts up there yet, but from not this Sunday, the Sunday after, there will be. So give it a follow now, because then when she does the first post, you'll get a ping and it'll let you know about it. She's gorgeous, isn't she? Isn't she absolutely lovely? So yes, well done. We have got for you the ultimate organizer, as I've mentioned, and there's absolutely oodles in here. You've got all of those stamps, including the months in there, and then you've got terms like holiday, do 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 do. We have got cards, journals as well in there, and then these are the months that we've got, and then these are the ultimate organizer elements, the dies as well that you can get, including ones that will actually hold your photograph for you. So all of that is available for you today, as well as that on show, that was quite northern, on show, I have got for you the storybook, enchanted storybook, and these ones you are going to be able to get. And again, as I mentioned before, to be honest, like this, they look, oh yeah, I can see how that could be cool, but when you do see what you can make with these, which we'll look at in a bit, they are astonishing. And it'd be a really nice topper, actually, if you did want to use it, for example, with your memory book. So maybe, for example, Sharon, who's going to this party later, you know, if she's going to create one of those memory books, you can actually put this on top as like an easel pop-up. Sharon's messaged saying, Becky, today is the Kentucky Derby, the fastest 2 minutes in horse racing. Wow, so it is horse racing. Yes, the Derby is horse racing. Lots of celebrities in town as well. Our family party is in the country, so no fancy hats for us, but lots of people do have those kinds of parties. Sharon, that sounds wonderful. What kind of celebs are in town for it? That sounds really, really good. A whole heap of fun. I think that sounds magical. Have a truly, truly wonderful day. Yeah, definitely go on, take loads of photos and enjoy. We are going to take a quick break. In this break, normally it's like, you know, Ben being, you know, jolly and telling you all about cool stuff like delivery, or it's Sarah being all wonderful and telling you about Club Inspire. The break we're going to take now is just going to be a picture of the masterclass slide, because as you know, we are having some technical issues. So we're going to use this as a break because we're having a separate technical issue that we need to fix in a break. So basically, we don't know, we will be back. It won't be long. It's not one of those where it's like, oh, we'll see you in 20 minutes. We'll be back in like a minute, 2 minutes. Time ups, have a guess, bet on it in the chat. We will be back with you really soon. Bum, ba, da, ba, dum, ba, ba, da, ba, da, bum. Welcome back. Thank you so much for sticking with us. Stop your timer. How long were we? It's lovely to be back with you. Thank you for sticking with us. If you are thinking, hey, what went on there? We're having a few technical issues, but we've just managed to sort them. Half of them anyway, the main ones. So we are back with you. If you have just tuned in, hiya, my name's Becky. It's really nice to meet you if we haven't met before. Fun fact about me is, oh, what's a fun fact? I was briefly allergic to tomatoes, but I'm not anymore. That's an interesting fact. So we have got, not just myself here, we have got the fabulous team behind the scene. It's Tracy with us today. We've also got George directing, and we've got Georgina as our producer on her last ever day working here. Last day of George Squared, of course. So George will just be George now. You'll say George and two people won't look at you. So yeah, it's Georgina's final day. Get yourself over to Instagram, because we actually had a message earlier on from, I can't remember now. Oh yes, I can. It was from Adassa, who said, oh, the @Georgina Backpacks is now up to 50 followers. Yay! But I'll be honest, I've just had a look, and it's 60 now. Yeah, I've just had a look.
I've just subscribed, I've just joined.
You've got
followed.
60 followers already, which is awesome. So do get yourself down there and give Georgina Backpacks on Instagram go and give that a follow. And she'll be doing her first posts of all of her fabulous adventures starting next Sunday. So we have got some, oh, this is a really good segue. Sorry, I should kind of think that in my head as opposed to bigging myself up. But today, you know, Georgina is going to be sharing with us her travels and stories, and we have now got a way for you to do it also with our enchanted storybook die collection, because today it is scrapbook day in America, and we have got some real treats for you to keep your creative juices flowing. So these are the elements that you're going to get within this bundle. 20% saving on this today. It is the best ever price that we've done on this, and now is your time to get your hands on it. These are your wonderful dies. These are your templates. We're going to talk you through this more shortly. Today we have been asking you for your first loves in craft. Do let us know. Amy is in. Hi Amy, saying my first crafty love was stickers. As a child, I had a sticker book and we would collect and trade at school. Then next was scrapbooking because I loved photographs. That's really lovely. I love that you had a passion for stickers, and that is actually, although you might not initially think of it, that's a really creative thing, isn't it? Amy, thank you for sharing your first loves. Do message us in. We've got Ravishing Rachel on our team social today, so do drop her a message. So we are currently talking about the Enchanted Storybook, and these really do create eye-catching pieces, don't they, Debbie?
They're amazing, aren't they? I love the versatility of these because there's so much you can do with them. Not only just creating a card, but you've got mats and layers in there, so like nesting dies. You've also then got your actual templates to create your box and your drawer, which is so good that you're getting that all-in-one collection. Now, I've already gone ahead and I've just drawn round my templates. You're getting 2 templates, just like so. I've drawn round them and created my score lines in them, so that's your templates done. So pop them to the side. Now I've already cut them out, and all I've got left to do is to create the box itself. Now the box itself, it has your little flaps, so you just trim into them, and that will create your side pieces. I like to just make them a little bit wider, just to come in and create them, just to make it a little neater. So each side, again, coming up to that point, and on your other side, so it doesn't take long to do at all. And then our last one. So that gives us our pieces there. And then all you're going to do is come in and take your scoreboard, and then we're going to score our lines in there. Now, because I want my lines on the inside, not the outside, you can rub them out, but I'm just going to leave them in for now. So popping that in place, just turning that round. I'm following my line from the top to the bottom of that black line that we've got. So if you haven't, or I haven't put in my score line of that one, if you haven't got a line in place, make sure you do put one in, because it does make a big difference in your being able to, you know, do different construction works. So then I'm just going to place that same line, we're going to do it on the opposite side, just so we can go against that grain. And actually all this does is helps to strengthen our the fibres in the cardstock.
Perfect, perfect.
I'm using our multi-purpose card, which is 300 GSM in weight, so it's perfect for construction. And what I love about this is being able to get really creative by making everything from scratch, because I think we tend to use dies so much. We sometimes forget how much fun it is to actually create these from scratch.
Definitely, absolutely.
And also, scrapbooking's not all about just scrapbooking into a book. It really is about making memories, and you can do that in any way you want, whether it be a card, whether it be in your books, whether it be in a box like this. So this could actually, the drawer of this could actually carry some of your photographs.
Lovely.
So you could have that main, oh, do you know what this would be good for as well? Is our jigsaw puzzles dies.
Hey, great idea.
Yes.
Yeah.
You could actually put your jigsaw on the top here and then use your drawer to keep the jigsaw puzzles in and the puzzle on top to follow.
Great idea. Speaking of puzzles and photographs, don't forget, because it's National Scrapbook Day, we are asking you to email us in with your scrapbook creations. It could be actual scrapbook, it could be with, say, the enchanted scrapbook dies, whatever it might be. Send them into our email address, and we will be showing some on air if technology lets us. And we have seen that we've already got a couple through, so we'll have a nose at them in a bit.
Right, so I've done my actual drawer here, which we're just putting our tape pen on. I've also got another one of this one, so you need two of those. Only one of the drawer, but two of your wraparound. That's what's going to create your casing for your drawer. And then all I'm doing is using our tape pens, which are really strong, onto all the sides. I like to fill my whole space with the tape. It gives you a much stronger adhesive and doesn't then allow air to get through to actually pull them apart.
That's a really good tip.
Just give that a little bit of a rub. That warms it up and it makes your glue in there ultra sticky.
Perfect. Audrey's saying, I love memory books for gifts. They are brilliant gifts, aren't they, Debbie?
Yeah, they're amazing. I've just realised with this box I've put too much tab on, too much glue on the ends of the tabs, because these ones go, can you see, they're slightly go to the side, so you have that little tiny bit. Gives you that little bit of wiggle room, which is good.
Ah, perfect. Love it.
Popping that down, our last bit there. So there we go. So that's our drawer for our box, and then all we want to do is to glue these pieces together. So this tab here is going to stick inside, so we're going to turn that over and turn that over. So we're going to pop that onto there, and then that's just, again, I'm just going to add down our glue, making sure it goes right to the ends. Got a little die cut of something there from the pink, that card that I was doing earlier. Just make sure that's fully covered. And then we're just going to butt that up to the side. Well, I've just realised I'm in my last hour with Georgina.
Oh, you are.
I know. I'm not on the show tonight, so yeah. I am stopping and having tea with you though, Georgina.
Yeah, we're having a takeaway tea.
Oh, a very nice one, in fact.
Very nice one.
I haven't tried the food that we're having tonight, so it's a first for me.
What a great way to have your first. Have you gone for a chili, or do you go for a wrap?
Yes, a gyro. Oh, I got that right. A gyro.
Yeah.
I didn't know what it was called.
Yeah.
I've never heard of it.
We're going to have one tonight. We're going to have one
If you're Greek and we've said it wrong, please inform us and
Is
let
it
us know how you
gyros,
say
or am I
it.
thinking of something different?
What do you think it is?
Gyros.
Gyros.
Oh, yeah, but now I'm saying it. It
Becky
sounds
will know
ridiculous.
because she's very clever.
No, not necessarily. Do messages in there.
Right, so that's created our drawer box straight away. And then all I'm doing, I'm going to use our beautiful Knitwits collection. It's from Knitwits, not Homebody. What was the other one?
Oh,
It's gone out of my head. Gone totally
spring.
out of my head.
No,
Kindly
Kindly
Thoughts, that's the
Thoughts.
one, yes. And what I've done here is I've put just a little hole, a little slit I made with my craft knife, put a little bit of ribbon round and then just stuck the ribbon each
Great
side there.
idea.
And then it just acts as a little pull for your drawer then.
Great
and we're going to
idea.
stick that onto the front. A really inexpensive way of having a little handle.
that's a great one. Quick question from Tim. Will these dies go through the junior?
Which dies are we? Yes,
They
so they
will,
will
won't they?
because it's a template that we have with them.
For the biggest
So
bit,
it
yeah.
will- yeah, it will go.
So
they
the
will
dies
go
that you get in this pack for the pages, oh sorry, I just hit that on my mic, didn't I? Soz. These will go through that, so I hope that helps, Tim.
There we go. So we've got our little drawer. So all we now need to do is to make our cards. So took a variety of all those Knitwits cardstock. That Kindly Thoughts. It's so beautiful, really nice and spring. And then I've got some white card for my base. Now what I love about this, you've got this outside cutting edge. I mean, look how many dies you're getting here. It's just unreal. Now this beautiful one will cut out and cut your side pieces in. And now I'm going to bring in, so even though they will fit through my junior, my junior, I am going to be bringing in my bigger plates because I can cut multiples at a time. So let's take that one and then we're going to go down in sections. So I'm going to use each one of these dies, just layering them on, and then we'll run those through. And these are all going to layer on top of each other. You'll have each one complementing the other. I think the hardest job you have is to choose which lovely papers you want to use on them.
Perfect, definitely, absolutely is. Hello to Pammy saying, I love this enchanted storybook set. I've used it several times. You don't even need to use the drawer, but I found it useful for putting mini albums into. That's great. In the drawer, put your mini albums in.
Into the drawer. Yes.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
That's a great idea.
Absolutely.
Yeah, lovely.
And look at that. I mean, look at the intricate detail on the sides
Pretty.
of there. It's so, so pretty. So let's pop that one in and I'm going to turn my plates and then we're going to go our next two. So we've got our patterned and our lemon. And then we're going to have that one onto there. And our next one down. In fact, I'm wondering if I could be really clever, I might be able to fit all three on.
Oh,
So let's just trim this round.
have a go. Hadassah is saying that they're actually getting all dressed up for the Kentucky Derby race.
Oh, I love that.
Um,
Is it a bit like our ascot?
I presume so,
It
yeah.
could be, yes.
I
So
reckon.
we have Ascot here and they have we have Ladies' Day, but even Ascot just on its own right, people dress up in amazing outfits.
Yeah, because
I'm very
the Queen,
envious. Have you ever
obviously-
been to Ascot at all?
I
Becky?
haven't, but I
No,
live in
me
Chester, so
neither.
we have a race course in Chester. In
Oh,
fact,
okay.
Chester is the oldest race course that is still existing, like, in the world.
I never knew that.
Yeah. But yes, the Queen races at Ascot, doesn't she? Well, she doesn't. Obviously,
Not
can you imagine her on the horse, like galloping 10 to the dozen? I know that she is into.
Royal
I do
Ascot.
know that she does like horse riding, but I highly doubt she's like, you know.
Not now.
Not,
I don't
not
think
at
we'll
this
see Her
age, and
Majesty
not
on
in
the
a
back
race
of an
like
old
that.
buck.
Yeah. But yes, it is a very sort of posh thing, isn't it? But yeah, Hadassah is saying that for the race, you have to have an awesome hat. So I'm jazzing
Yes.
mine up a bit. I need to know more about that, please. What do you mean by jazzing it up?
Pictures, please.
Yes, if you're partway through doing it, absolutely do. How are you going to jazz it up? Are we talking pop a few bells on it? Or are we talking a bit of ribbon? Do let us know what you're up to with it. Hey, do you know what? Foam flowers would be great
I
to
was
jazz
just
up a hat,
thinking, you
wouldn't they?
literally took the words out of my mouth. I was just thinking foam flowers,
Yeah.
yes.
Let us know. It sounds fab.
Right, so here we have it. We've got all our different layers, and you can see they're quite flat when they're together, but actually they're quite nice, but there's ways to make them stand out even more. I love it because these ones have got like a torn edge to them around the top there, and they just really complement each other. So what I like to do is, first of all, we can manipulate it by either using, I've got a pencil next to me. If you just literally roll your pencil, it's almost like having a big pokey tool. So it gives you those sort of edges. And then let's do the same on the other side. Now you could score it in half if you wanted to, but I don't actually want a score line, but I just want to bend it. So it looks like, can you see, it's like my pages are coming over.
Yeah, it's
we
beautiful.
could even use like your bottle, anything that rolls those, rolls them round. And then we can pop that one around there, and then all I want to do is I just want the middle piece stuck.
Okay.
So let's just put a line down the centre, and then we can start building these up. So if I bring this one in, we're then going to do the same. So using my let's do both sides there. So I'm just using a pencil. Be careful because you don't want to give yourself a paper cut.
No, do not. Alison's messaged in saying we're talking about first love in craft, or just first love, if you want to. I don't mind. Oh, I love a good story like that. Your first love.
That's a little bit like, was it the daughters? What was it? Daughters engaged, like when they first
Niece's
met.
engagement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From that sort of stage.
But yes, if you don't want to divulge who your first love was, unless maybe it was a celebrity who was a first love, who knows? Alison is talking about her first love of craft. My first craft love as a child was crocheting a needlepoint. I love crocheting. I can crochet, but I can't knit. Needlepoint, I don't think is anything I've tried before. Alison, do you still do them? Either of them? Do you crochet or needlepoint?
No, not at all.
Never?
I can sew a button on badly.
Right, cool.
Yeah, I've never been one to, and I did take needlework as well at school, and I just couldn't do it.
No, just wasn't for you.
Wasn't my thing. And I actually, considering how much patience I have to do paper crafting, like I could sit all day and make flowers and put on gems and make ribbons and stuff. I just don't have the patience
With needlecraft.
for sewing.
That's interesting, isn't it? Very interesting. Even with a sewing machine.
Yeah. Oh dear, I have got a funny story which I probably shouldn't tell because it makes it look like I was sort of lying a little bit, but we didn't have nobody else at the time.
Right.
When we were doing the Gemini, I did some filming, and the video is still going around somewhere. We were doing filming of the Gemini, and Sarah wanted to show how you could use the Gemini to then cut out a plique and sew them onto a cushion.
Great.
And I was like, I cannot sew. And she's like, you don't need to know how to sew to be in the video, Debbie.
Yeah.
So there's me on the video at a sewing machine, looking like I know what I'm doing, and then holding up my cushion afterwards where I'd sewn on this lovely patch. But it actually wasn't my work at all. Lizzie at the time, Lizzie Curtis, who worked for us, she literally just prepped it to an inch of its life, so I could do it all in stages. And when I was doing it, I literally looked down, and Richie was filming at the time. He said, see, you can do it, Debbie. And I went, Rich, look at this. And it was all pluckered and buckled. It was it was so dreadful. But it looked like I could sew on air, so I was okay.
Well, you're like thinking to yourself, do not zoom in on this, please.
That's it, absolutely.
So you won't be doing any softer sides anytime soon?
No. And I never lie and say that I would like to, because sewing is just not my thing.
Not for you.
I think it's either for you or it's not for you, isn't it? So,
I can
and I'm
understand
very
that.
jealous of our sewists that can do both. They can sew and paper craft, sew and do paper crafting. Yeah, so, right, so what I've done here is I've cut another piece of the cardstock. So we've got our one piece, because remember we've got our box, so digressing there, we're getting on with our card. So we've layered these all up together. We've then got our drawer, and then we've got our extra pieces on here. Now I want this piece to attach itself to the back. So what I've done is just done that score line down the edge so we can stick that together, because what this creates is it then creates, oh, excuse me, it then creates, it then
George is asking what happened.
Oh dear, I should have just tried not to, but I actually burped. I didn't mean to, it come out of nowhere, you know, when you just...
Well, it came out your mouth.
It was a funny little sound, and so sometimes it's just best to admit it, isn't it?
Do you feel better now? Live television.
I know, exactly. And then we're just going to stick those two together, and that creates then our easel front. And then I've cut another one, and this one's going to go on the base. So this one was going to decorate here. How fabulous are these pattern papers? And then this one's going to go on our main one with that beautiful edging on there, which just looks beautiful. So we're going to pop this on. You could use, if you wanted to, glue gel, 3D glue gel, and that will give you even more dimension. And actually, it's a good little tip is if you use glue gel. In fact, I'm gonna do it because I'm saying I'm gonna do it, and I don't think we've got any here. No, so we might have to use to put the rest of our bits on. Need to have a sort out here. Everything's been used, and no one's replaced anything. No.
Whilst you're looking for what you're looking for, I'll read some messages. Alison says, Alison, who was talking about how she crochets and needle points, she says, I still crochet at times, but haven't needle pointed in a long time. I can't even sew a button on at all. As a great-grandchild of a bespoke tailor, it's sad I've never learned to sew. Wow, well that sounds pretty magical, that you've got kind of tailoring in your family. Maybe it could be something that you have another go at, Alison, if it's something you've not tried that much but want to more. It might be in the blood. Hello also to Miriam, who says, I've been scrapbooking for over 30 years.
Oh, wow.
We're talking about crafting first loves. My style has definitely changed over the years. I love doing mixed media now with my layouts. I love that, Miriam. So kind of maybe the first ones you did were almost like traditional, and now you've gone a bit more mixed media with them. And that's the great thing actually, isn't it? When you think about scrapbooking, it isn't just about, you know, sort of simplistic layouts that has to be done in a certain way. There's an element of freedom, isn't there, Debbie?
Oh, absolutely. And also, no one can take your choices away. No one takes your photos. They're individual to you as a person, aren't they?
Yeah.
And no one's photos are the same.
Yeah.
And so your colour choices are different. Your backgrounds are different. You can pick out just that one dot of red and then make it into red flowers that frame that. Your creativity can go absolutely wild when you're paper crafting, because it's individual to you, and that's what I love about that.
So true.
So what I was doing there, Becky, instead of having the 3D glue gel, just using my foam pads, if you just pop these right underneath, so let's say we want to do it at the bottom here. Now you're better off when you've got when you've got 3D glue gel, because actually you can have a bit more volume on there. But I've put 3 on top of each other, and then that way that won't flatten then. That will hold it up, and you can do that on both sides, okay? So then you've got your little easel card, and then I think because we've got our box ready, let's stick that on, and then we can embellish it while it's already stuck on. Now what I am going to do is take this away, and I'm going to put my, so this is a nice little tip, to put your glue on. So we're going to use our, I'm just checking, because I think that's a little bit, yes, it's a little bit small. I just wanted to check on that. So actually we'll do the opposite side of the card, not this piece. But can you see it actually folds flat? So then you can get the right push down to actually attach it and know that that's going to stay on that box.
Very
so
good.
just using the glue, just spreading that around. You don't need too much of tacky glue. It will just grab hold of all those places. Ideally, you want to leave tacky glue for about 30 seconds to a minute. That evaporates and then it goes quite tacky. I think, did I see advertised, was it yesterday, that the boys did a glue school? I think that was on. Oh, have I said something there?
So we had technical issues apparently.
Ah.
Yeah. So we're hoping in the near future.
Oh, so it got cut short.
That we'll be able to do something.
Right. Oh, I do apologise. I didn't realise. I didn't realise that was last night, actually. So,
That's fine. Lovely Anne is talking about her first craft love. Anne says, my first craft experience was sewing home economics in high school. I made a skirt and a blouse and I wore it to my graduation party.
Oh, that's
I'm planning on making teddy bears soon. And that is incredible that at high school you learnt to do a skirt, which, you know, I've made a skirt before, depending on, they can be quite simple, but a blouse, there's so much shape in that. And you loved it so much that you wore it to graduation. That is a really cool story, I love that. And I like the idea of you making the teddy bears soon. Are they from our templates and dies that we do of the teddy bears for sewing? If not, don't worry. But we do have some on the website. Do not forget as well, whilst you're over on the website, maybe looking for our bears that you can cut out and sew, and they are like really cute and you can make them different characters and oh, they're lovely. They're really like nice size too. They're great. Anyway, if you are doing that, don't forget to have a little look at our penny sale whilst you're there. Oh yeah. It's a little treat for you. Buy an item and get one for a penny. Have a little look on our website to find out more. And whilst you're there, don't forget to have a nosy at other treats that we have on show. So whether you are kind of loopy for gilding flakes, which are amazing set of pots and like the most magical colours, they've only launched this week. Or whether you want to stock up on your Bell countryside, have a little nosy on those too whilst you're over there. Also, don't forget, if you're in America, we've got a Totally Tiffany show for you later on this evening, but I'll tell you a bit more about that shortly.
Right, so I'm just embellishing with some of the Knitwits collection, but you can obviously use whatever you've got in your stash. What I love about this as well is these type of dies you can use for your photographs. You could cut your photographs out of these, so actually have it as your book page. So that would look really cool. And then we're just going to pop these into place. And then one on the opposite side. Again, I'm just using my fingers just to manipulate. And then just use your foam pads or your glue gel just to pop on top. Let's have that there. And then I've got a little, one of the embellishments was a little key. I'm trying to find my dotted tape pen. There it is. Just pop some of our dots onto there. Oh, I've just folded that over. Pop that on there.
Oh, lovely.
And then that will pop just under there. We can pop that up and put our drawer into place. And then if I turn that round, you can see we've then got our beautiful drawer. I mean, and nice and easy, isn't it? I mean, I know we took a little bit of time doing that, but it's good to get all those pages. Good that we've got that template to cut it all out and just use whatever you've got in your stash. But I do love the idea that we can use that as our photos. It could be you give this as a gift. You might have a grandchild or a daughter's son, put their picture on the front and then all their other pictures inside. Gorgeous that builds up their first year or their first year at school or anything like that. I think that would make a super memory picture box.
I think that is beautiful. I know that a lot of you have been sending in pictures and have been inspired by our scrapbooks because it is National Scrapbook Day. We have got, for those of you who do love the storybook collection, like for example Eileen, who says, I love the Enchanted Storybook. We have got it for you here. These are your treats that are on your screen right now. You're also getting the template in there too. Best ever price on this one today, saving 20% on those ones. As well as that, we have also got for you your fabulous Bell Countryside. There's loads in here. It's a really big bundle. If you've not seen it before, I will go through them all now, but I'll give you the overview. Loads of stamps, luxury cardstock. I've got textures when it comes to embossing folders. I've got dies in here, and I've even got foam so that you can make like 3D foam flowers like this, which could be really lovely for you to work with. So in your Bell Countryside, to give you the overview, you have got a collection with loads of different elements that are things like our dies. So just in case you're brand new, to be able to create something like this, you don't have to cut these out by hand. You're going to run them through a die cutting machine, layer them up, get the stamen, place them into place, and you will make your 3D foam flower. And in here you do get the foam. So again, the foam, and we put a lot of thought into this, but you'll see you get nice big sheets of them. It's actually 4 different colours, and you get 3 sheets of each of them. So you can make loads of flowers if you think, you know that's kind of your biggest die. You saw how much space that's going to use. It's 9 by 12 inches, so you're going to get loads of flowers out of it. But all of the colours we have thought about because they all work beautifully together in the collection, which is why we want to put it all together for you. If you're the type of person who wants craft that maybe if you are just starting out, or I don't know if it's just me, do you ever get those craft days where you are sort of in the mood to craft, but you're maybe not in the mood to be really, really imaginative? Sometimes getting a full collection like this makes that so much easier because you're like, oh, I just fancy making something quick. I don't really want to think about what leftovers have I got that will work with each other. You bring out your pack, you know all of the colours work well together, whether it's in the foam, whether it's in the cardstock, whether it's in the wonderful 12 by 12 paper pads that we've got here. I mean, check out these double-sided papers that we've got here for you. As I'm flicking through these as well, do message us in on socials. What does this make you feel? Or what does it make you think of, this collection? Do feel free to let us know. So the Bell Countryside, beautiful 12 by 12s there. As well as it, you're getting, as I mentioned, the emboss folder. You are getting in here your stamps as well, as some stamp and dies that are just so beautiful. And you can see they've got the wonderful design in here too, as well as your ornate lace in there. So many different things. Hey, look, this would be good for the derby today, wouldn't it? Make someone a derby. Thanks for coming to me derby party card. You could, couldn't you? Oh, I can just see the Queen on the back of that now, rushing around. But yes, if you do want to seize the moment on those ones, now is your chance because you've got a great discount on this. You're saving over £43 or $42, which is over 40%, well 40%. So a great opportunity for you today. Let's get some inspiration, shall we, from Debbie of the types of things we can do with this.
Yeah, definitely. There's so many different elements to this and they are so pretty. The horse is just beautiful. I don't know anyone that really doesn't like horses, and it's such a sort of almost like that just gorgeous stallion. He looks amazing. And then those foam flowers, having them really make that, enhance that card. Using the paper bag just to create the entire forefront of the card and just add in a stamped cut and die there, looks beautiful. Using your dies in different configurations, because I love this side die. So if we look at this edgeable die that we've got here, that sort of folds over, you can see it's cut directly into the front and then shadowed with another one on the front. But then if I show you this one, using the same die, it looks totally different. So you've got this one, which is at the sides, and then you've got this one, which is on two fronts of the card. And again, just adding those foam flowers looks really pretty. And then another different way, adding layers of them, 2 different layers up on the side of your card looks beautiful. And then one more, I love the paper. I think the papers really lend themselves to just creating a card. If you want quick and simple cards, the pads on these are the ones to go for, because there's so many beautiful designs. They create that whole forefront of your card.
That's just magical, isn't it? People messaging in, like Miriam saying, the Bell Countryside paper is beautiful for vintage projects. I love the peony that's in the collection. It is beautiful, isn't it? It's a real standout floral, that is. There's just plenty of you absolutely adoring all of these different treats we've got on today. If you do want that collection, it's currently on screen. We have been talking scrapbooks today, and I asked if you would like to send in any of your pictures to share with us to do with scrapbooks, then absolutely do. And Anne was the first to take us up on the offer. Look at Anne's.
Oh, that's beautiful. I love that.
Do you know what I love about that? The colour palette is kind of quirky, isn't it?
Very quirky. I love it. Those sort of midnight blues and those light blues, and then the touch of mustard in there. It's very nice.
Yeah, and then you've got like the red, white and blue element. That looks beautiful. So this was 4th place ribbon at the Creative Activities competition at the Minnesota State Fair. Hey, Anne, congratulations. That is absolutely beautiful. And do you know what? That's one of those pieces that really makes me smile. So thanks for sending that in. We have got our wonderful Rachel, Ravishing Rachel on socials. This is, oh, how cute is that? So this is Rachel's work in progress of the book of photos that she's going to do for her little one. That is so cute.
You need one of the drawers now to pop that into.
I just love it. That's really nice. I love that kind of the genteel palette you've gone for. It's really pretty. Oh, Rachel, I can't wait to see it when it's done. Thank you for sending that in. That's really lovely for you. We have got for you so many treats on show that I've lost one of them. No, I haven't. No, it's here, I've got it. We have got for you some real goodies on the website today. Don't forget, if you do go onto our website, there are so many treats on there, including, you know, this isn't foil, this is our gilding flakes. If you've not seen them, we only launched these recently, Tuesday, in fact. I'm just giving you a little tease, there's nothing wrong with that. Oh. But yes, we've got loads of those treats on the website. I've also got a buy one, get one for a penny deal on there, so go and head on over to that. And you will also see that we have got on there today the Ultimate Organiser. For the Ultimate Organiser, sorry, yeah. So in the Ultimate, you are getting loads of different elements in here that can create a wonderful selection for you. And we are bringing to you with this Ultimate Organiser collection, we have got for you a really big, interesting amount of treats that you can be making. We've already spoken about this a little bit, and we've sort of talked about some of the stamps, for example, but now we're going to have a little bit of a deeper delve. Let's have a little natter about this, Debbie. Why do we love it?
You know what's nice about this set is there's so many different configurations that you can do it in. So, all my dies are falling off here. You get all these dies. So this is your main die here, which is your sort of, if I pop that onto a piece of card, which we're going to cut out, that will fit onto an A4 piece of cardstock. You want to cut 3 of these out. And then you're getting all your mats and layers. So not only are you getting your page mats and layers on there, so you're getting your 2, you're also getting your deckled edge one as well, which is going to fit, this smaller one will fit inside there, so you get that deckled edge mat and layer. You're then getting your sort of pocket tabs and your little pouch Also, your edges, so you're getting 2 of your edges, so you've got your index files in there as well. And then you're getting your pockets like this one, where if you cut this out, I'll show you as well, we'll cut one of these out. But it's just got so many. This one as well, in fact, I'm going to cut these out as well, because I really want you to see just how amazing they are. And I have got some, which we're going to show you. You also get this piece here in the set. This one is going to cut out. And I know we're going to be short on time, so I'm going to sort of whiz through the demos. This will cut out this one, and you mountain and valley those card folds. That will act as your pocket, and I'll show you in a minute. So you need to cut 2 of those out, and then we need to cut 3 of our main die. So let me just do that first. So I've already got 2 pieces. Let's cut 1 more. So I'm just using regular cards, craft card, just a nice medium to use, and it makes a really lovely sort of journal. So let's pop that into place, and then I think we can cut these out of the side as well, just so I can show you how these go together. And I am just going to pop a piece of tape across them so they don't move in the machine, and then another one onto there. There we go, and it's just so they don't overlap and they don't move about in the machine. So pop that in, and then just offer it into the mouth of your Gemini. Let that go through, and that'll go through no problem whatsoever.
Lovely. Hello to Alexia.
So we'll bring this back into shock so you can see that. There we go. We definitely have some gremlins in the work today. So let's just pop those on and pull those ones out. So nice and easy. And if you've got the larger Gemini, in fact, you do need to have the Gemini, the bigger Gemini, the A4 machine for these dies, because obviously this big die won't fit through your Gemini Junior.
Yes, of course, yeah.
So let's take all those pieces out and start putting that together. Now you do get full instructions, but what you actually need for this, let me just take these pieces out. Now you can make this however you want. You've got instruction sheet inside the pack, which teaches you to do a certain way, but the more of these that you put together, because what this is, it's almost like, as if I just bend that in half, it's got the score lines already in there. So this acts, you can see, it's like a wallet in itself. And that could just be one of your tab pages on its own. But what you need to do, we want 2 full ones of this, and then we want a half one. So all I'm going to do is grab my guillotine, and we're going to trim that one in half.
Okay.
Now, the more you put on, the more sort of overlays you can have, and different pockets that you can do. Have a play around with how you want to do it, because there's so many different ways of doing them. We've got lots of tutorials online as well. So I'm going to bring these 2 in, and then we're going to stick these together.
Perfect. A few people talking about the storybook, saying, I was thinking of using the storybook for holding recipes for my newly married niece. Great idea, isn't it?
Yeah, really good idea.
Because this is what you were saying before. These books aren't just about photographs, are they?
No, not at all. So many memories that we do. So for me now, I mean, although it's nice to do pictures of my my children and my grandchildren, I love the fact that you can scrapbook your days out, tickets to concerts, a menu of where you went, with a photo maybe of the table, you know, things like that. We went to a beautiful restaurant last week in Oxford.
Right.
We went to watch The Waitress.
How was it? I've seen posters.
It was amazing.
So I'll be honest, I have literally only seen posters for it, so I don't know what it is about. Is it a musical? Is it funny?
It's funny, it's a musical, it's endearing, it's a little tragic, it's got everything.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, it's so amazing. So
worth a watch.
Yes, oh, absolutely. It's long as well. So the first half was 70 minutes and then 60 minutes the second half. So long film, but I never noticed the time.
Get your money's worth then.
Yeah, it was so good.
Oh,
so
brilliant.
good. But then we found this little steak restaurant that had a camper van inside the restaurant, and it was only small, like there was only a little walkway and then a table with just 2 seaters on it. And the camper van, they were selling the food from, but in the shop. It was just, it was amazing.
Clever.
It was so good.
So
Yeah,
did you
so
nick a
good.
menu from there?
I didn't, no.
No,
I didn't
right.
do that because their menus were on A4 sheets.
Oh, right, okay, not like the little scrappy paper ones or
No,
whatever.
but we did take a really cool picture of the restaurant looking through and then seeing the camper van on the side, which looked really cool.
That's
and
fab.
anything, I mean, I'm sure you could take a little calling card from them and stuff like that. So I think just to scrap those sort of things, and a lot of people do their tickets. So my mum, when she was alive, she'd done her scrapbooking as well, and she used to put all her tickets to everything. She used to do them in little things, and
that's
she hand
beautiful.
wrote all her scrapbooks as well.
Oh,
So,
that's amazing.
Yeah, really lovely.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
Right, so when you come to putting these in together, these are the ones that then go in the sides here. So if I just pop those in so you can see, all I'm going to do, in fact, let's use some red liner tape so we know that will stick down. So pop that onto your ends.
Rosalind's in with us now and she has a great idea, saying, I have the ultimate organiser and I want to try and make some with fabric. Yes.
Want to
and
what?
yes again. Make some with fabric.
Oh, that's a good idea, because it'd be then like a little wallet, wouldn't it?
Exactly, like a little wallet, a little
Yeah.
purse. It'd be almost like a cool place. For example, if you're, oh, I don't know, going
Makeup
travelling
bag.
and today's your last day at work, Georgina. If, for example, it's a cool little one maybe to keep things like traveller's checks. Do they still do them? I don't know. And things like that. I think that's a great idea. Yes, Rosalind, thanks for sharing that. It is, by the way, Georgina's last day because she is going off
Not today.
travelling, and it is very exciting. She is going indefinitely, and she's going to loads of different places around sort of Central and Southern America. If you do want to follow her travels, she's set up an Instagram page to keep and document all of her pictures and fabulous times and places she's been, things she's eaten and people she's met. It is on Instagram, Georgina Backpacks. That's Georgina Backpacks. So yeah, do go and give that a follow because I think it will be a really nice way to kind of live vicariously through someone else and have a nice little sort of tour of all of these places. You will have to send us, you'll have to send us postcards from every place you go. That way, you'll burn through all your savings really quickly and you'll have to come back sooner. So yeah, do go and give that a follow. I will also let you know that Maricella's messaged in saying this organiser is great if you are on the envelope system, money management. I like Maricel, you've got some really, really good tips. Mary has said, I love the idea for the recipes with the storybook. Mary, I thought that was a particularly good idea.
Really, really good. So this one, so you can see that's created that little pouch. So you've got that straight away. If you wanted to open bigger, put 2 of those strips together so it creates an even bigger space in between.
Lovely.
Then you can start doing your pages. Now this will wrap around completely. So this one around to your other side. I actually think I meant to cut one off, so the top bit would have been this one. So that's just a wraparound one, but I've done one where the 2 sides, so I've had the 2 sides, pop that middle purse in here so you can see just inside, and then this one will go then over the top, and it means that it's almost double-sided because you've got these 2, you've got your outside and then you've got your inside and your inside there, so each pack there. And then if I just bring my some extra bits here, so let's do the front. So when you're doing something to go round your card, all I've done here is I've used those papers again, and I want to create a birthday list for my book. So what I've done is use those dies, so that deckled edge one, which is really, really pretty. I've just done that in white, and then cut the inside out one with the Bella Countryside, and then under my little birthday list then, again bringing in those stamps and dies, stamp out my birthday list, which will go on my front. So this will be the front, and then do the same for the back. So let's just pop that into place. And all I've used is a few little brads on there. So that will go right onto the front. And then let me just grab my back, which I've done the same thing. Let's just grab this one. But this time I've used, so this is where all these little bits come into their own. This one I just cut at the beginning. It just folds in half, and it actually makes your own little notepad. So you just put your pages in there, have them over the top, and you've got your own little pre-made notepad there. And then you've even got your strip borders. So all of these, you can just wrap them around. So just wrap that around my card, put a little bit of tape on the back, put the ribbon then, because this is going to be the back. And it means by having your little pad in here at the back, it's ready to go for whenever you want to write birthdays or write a shopping list or anything that you want to remind yourself to get somebody's birthday. So let's just attach that to the back. And all these things mean that you can be your own creative person. And you just put whatever you want in them. And there's nothing better than a homemade gift, is there? To make someone something like this with their memories in would be amazing. And maybe even leave some space so they can then add their own little memories in as well.
Idea.
And I know we're running out of time, so I'm going to just try that. I'm just going to bring in my finished one. So let's bring this one into play, and then I'll show you exactly what I've done with all of this. So as you open this up, I've got then my receipts in here. I put little, you know, you put your receipts, a little pocket. So this is the little pocket we cut out. You just literally fold your tabs in, glue them down, and they create that little pocket on there, which are really cute. I've got a little reminder there of dates, receipts, events, that sort of thing. You've got your pocket inside. Then if you turn it over, I've then done myself a little calendar. Now remember, you can stamp this calendar out for each day, and then I've put myself little notelets in there. And then in here we've got I've got a school list to buy, important, just put some little clips in, and then just close it up. So it's just a lovely little birthday list book that I now can just keep in my bag or keep on the side, and it just looks really pretty.
That is wonderful. Oh, Debbie, thank you so much for showing us that. Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah.
And you can create it yourself with our Ultimate Organizer collection. So in here, you're going to get all of the stamps that I'm about to show you, and you are also going to get dies in here so that you can create that type of design to treat yourself to these. And I think you're going to have a lot of fun with these. It's one of those things that, in all honesty, you know, it's one of those where you look at a calendar stamp and you go, oh, yeah, all right, yeah. But actually, it's one of those that once you get it and you think about all the different things you can do with it, use it with fabric, use it with card, do it for birthdays, do it for, even if like you're self-employed and you do your own taxes, it's a cool little like, oh, when you're out, put your receipt in there, whatever it might be. There's loads and loads and loads you can do with this. Genuinely, I think this is one of the most sort of versatile things that we do. We have got so many treats for you, and we've had so many demos. Should we get voting for demo of the day? Because it is demo of the day, because later on it's totally Tiffany. So let's get a vote on the go. Remind us what we've made, Debbie.
Yeah, so our first one was our little memory book. So we've got our mini memories to put all your little photos in there. So we've got our mini memory book. Then we've got our drawer. So our, it's gone out of my head, enchanted storybook. I couldn't think what it was. Storybook. So number 2, and then number 3 was our little wallet that we did our birthday list to do book. And there we go. So 1, 2
Okay.
and 3.
That's going to be a toughie, I think. Get voting on Facebook or YouTube. Which one's your favourite? Do let us know. So, as well as the wonderful Ultimate Organiser, we also had on for you the mini memories as well. And there's absolutely loads that were in here. And so many people, thank you for messaging, as always. It's always lovely hearing from you. But so many people have really great ideas for this, which is always really nice. We showed you how to make quite a few things from this today, including one we played when we were on Play Your Crafts Right earlier on. So you're getting pocket pages, you're getting all of these dies, these lovely templates, so that if you have to be quiet maybe because you're crafting really early in the morning, or maybe you've got a little one staying with you, you don't want to wake up when you're using your die machine. These are a lovely way to get crafting. Also, I will say with things like this too, what you could do is, if say you're going on like a camping holiday or whatever, and you know you want to craft but you've not got much space, what you can do is maybe cut out all of the dies that you fancy before, and then when you're there you can take these with you. They don't take up much space to travel, and again, you don't need to take equipment. All of that today is a 20% saving for you, so a really wonderful amount of treats within there. I will let you know that we have got a weekend super save back today, and this one is all about flowers for mum, and there's plenty in here. Now, as always, it is a mystery bag, so I like to keep the mystery. Sometimes what I'll do is I'll just show you like 2 or 3 things, but what I'm going to say is, if you like it being a mystery, close your eyes now. I won't mention what we're showing, I promise, but I will show them on screen. So if you don't want to know, do look away, and I'll tell you when to look back. So these are the elements that we are going to be guaranteeing you that you are going to get in here. So there are plenty of different treats. Some of them are sort of hardware elements in a way. Some of them match up together perfectly so that they actually do work in tandem with one another. Other ones you'll get in here are consumables as well, and things that we love and adore and need. Some of them are just quite frankly massive. Some of them are well-known names in the crafting biz, and some of them do, well, let's just say some of them do a couple of things. Yes. So I'll flick backwards through them so you can see them all again. So these are the elements. There are 9 elements in total, which, if you think about it, you are getting this for either £30 or $40 for 9 items. And for those of you who haven't got your eyes closed, it's safe to say you are making a massive set. You're looking at like 1 or 2 of these items and going, there's more and not in there. So yeah, all of those. If you were wanting a mystery, you can look back now. Welcome back. Well done for playing. We have got so many treats coming up for you in the rest of the day. We have also had some people sending in their inspiration. We've got some lovely photos that you've been sending in that we're going to have another look at now. Maricel, you've been messaging in today. It's been lovely to hear from you. This is a picture of your scrapbooking. That looks like such a fun time that you are having there. Have a little look at one of these pages too. Isn't that lovely? That little one in that front picture is so cute. What a cheeky face. I love it. Oh, Maricel, I love your colour palette too. It's really nice. Catherine's also sent one in. Oh, that's pretty, isn't it?
So lovely.
Really lovely. That's with our enchanted storybook that you've got there. Interestingly, Pam has gone for a similar colour palette as well. These are some more of the pages from it. That is really, really pretty. Check out this one as well. Oh, I love how you've built those layers up on that one. That's like a pull-out element. I've also got Rhonda in as well, who has shown us our like projects and books that are all like stored up here. Here's one of them up close. That's with the positivity. It's lovely. And they're all like the mini albums. That's so cool, Rhonda. I like how you've done like all of the albums that are kind of holding memories, but then you've actually put them out on display so they look like a display within their own right. That's wonderful. Thank you for sending those in. It's beautiful. The winner for Demo of the Day goes to... What do you think?
Yeah, I think 2.
Do you?
Yes.
Oh, you were one out. It was number one.
Ah, number one, the memory book, yes,
Demo
which is
of
very
the day.
pretty.
Thank you very much for that, Debbie. It's brilliant, that, isn't it? So that's Demo of the Day. I will let you know, if you're watching in America, I will be back with you in just 2 hours because we have got a US storage warehouse treat with Totally Tiffany taking over. If you want to head on over to our website and you're in America, you will see that section there that is jam-packed full of goodies. There is absolutely loads. Now, it is Georgina's final day, and so I've obviously got a show with her in a bit, but it's your final show with lovely Georgina.
I know.
Be honest, how's it been working with her?
Georgina,
come on in.
I love working with Georgina, yeah. We've got this honesty between us. We totally get each other. Yeah, it's just, she's absolutely super, and I just wish her all the luck in the world.
Yeah.
And just safe travels. Mummy voice and finger out now, George. You've got to be safe.
Come on in for a cuddle with Debbie, please, Georgina.
Oh, don't, I'll cry.
Oh.
Oh, good luck. We're going to have tea together before I go.
Yeah,
though.
we are.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, we're having a bit of a Greek takeaway. I'm very excited. Thank you so much, Debbie, and the wonderful Georgina as well. George is here also, he's all right. He's all right. Thank you for joining us today. It really has been fabulous. Do not forget, whilst you're on your break, go and head over to Instagram. Thank you, because you can go and follow the fabulous Georgina on her merry way. If you are in the US, we will see you in a couple of hours for Totally Tiffany. From us for now, thanks very much. We'll see you soon.